What's up, guys? This is Jared with Shameless Promotions, and I'm out here with Katastro. How you guys doing today? Awesome.
So, you've been around for all these days. Can a man just fall in place? And if you wanna move around, you could try to settle down and just pick a different town. Like, I've been keeping close and creeping slow to the meters low.
My name is Andrew, and I play drums.
I'm Ryan, and I play bass.
I'm Andy, and these guys play the instruments, and I come on top and I fuck everything up.
Tanner, I try to play guitar.
Awesome. So I've come to understand that you guys formed back in 2007. Initially, who would you say approached whom? Like, how did that kind of process start off?
Well, Andy and Tanner have been friends for a really long time, and I knew them throughout high school. And Andy asked me if I wanted to start a band the summer before our senior year of high school, and I thought he was joking. And I think I said no. And then eventually he kept asking me, and then they ended up coming over to my house or something to jam out and just mess around. So I don't know. Anyone else want to elaborate on that?
No, yeah, we've all been friends forever, and I used to like rap by myself, and then I wanted to start a band, and I literally called anybody who I knew played an instrument. Like, I knew he played drums. I wasn't really friends with him. I was friends with him. He played guitar, and then I've known him for my whole life, and yeah, so we just literally anyone who played an instrument, and that's how we formed our band. But yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. So you guys released your new single, Scoreboard, back in June of this year. So how did the songwriting process for that song initially come about?
Well, this is actually the first time we worked with like a producer. We always used to like write our own music and then go into the studio, and that's how it was. But we worked with the producer on this one. His name's Curtis Douglas, and so we hung out at his house, kind of jammed all the songs out acoustically and everything, and yeah, that's how we made the whole album, basically, like in this little room acoustically, and then yeah, so that's kind of how we basically just figuring stuff out. And
It was cool. He was really like hands-on with everything. So we came with like a few ideas, and that was one of the few songs where we didn't have much to start with when we started out. So we had like two parts that were kind of not very solid. So we just took pieces of it, and Curtis helped us kind of form it into a real song. So that's the first one off the CD that's hopefully coming out in a few months here.
Sounds like a really organic process, I guess you could say, with that song. So that's good. So where does the name of that song come from, actually, still on the topic of that?
yeah, it's honestly just like one of the lyrics. It's in the bridge, actually, and yeah, we've been when we jam songs out, we kind of give them like weird fake names, and that was always the weird fake name, but we just kept it. So yeah, there's no like crazy story of how we named the song. It was just in there in the bridge, and yeah.
So in your opinion, is Scoreboard a teaser for a new EP or an upcoming album? And if so, what can listeners expect with a future release?
I know, like, I've got the longest arm, so I'm just going to go for it every time. All right. I mean, yeah, that's the first song we released. We just went to the studio for the last month or so and laid down about 8 tracks. They're all mostly finished. We have another week here after this tour to just kind of add like a little bit of extra stuff, but we don't have a release date out yet for it, but we're hoping within the next few months here it's going to be completely finished and out for you guys.
So you guys have been out on tour with the Dirty Heads and Pepper. What kind of mindset do you try to put yourself into when you're getting ready to open up for a show like this with two bands that are pretty much staples right now in this kind of scene? So what would you kind of say is your mindset when you are getting ready to do this?
Well, we actually, like, literally we moved back, or we used to live in Huntington Beach, and we moved back, and the full month we were writing the new CD, and we found out we were going to be on the tour like literally a week or two before it happened. So we really didn't have much time to prepare, like put any thought into like what we're going to do different or anything like that. We just knew we were going to play the same set, and yeah, so we didn't have a lot of time to actually prepare for it, but we're stoked because it's like literally the biggest tour we've ever been on. So
We tested out some new songs.
yeah, and we've been like playing new songs and stuff. Like, yeah, we actually, the first like 4 or 5 shows we played most of the stuff that we usually play, and then we tried out different songs, new songs that we actually are going to be on the new CD, and it's been a good response. So yeah.
But so anyway, the next 2 questions I ask, as a little bit of context, I ask these to every artist that I do an interview with. The first one is, what kind of message would you like fans to walk away with after listening to your music?
I don't know if there's like a certain message. We just want to have them have a good time, because usually when we play, if they're not having a good time, it's kind of weird for us as well. So like if they're having a good time, basically that's what we want people who watch us like to get into it, because the more they're into it, the more we're into it. So yeah, it's like if you're the first time seeing a band, like you just got to be stoked on them and you got to have a good time. So yeah. Yeah, like this is one of the best shows of the whole tour, and it's because people are moving, and that gets us into it. So, yeah.
And then the second question I'll generally ask, and this will I'll probably get an answer from each of you. What does music mean to you?
What does music mean to me? I don't know. I guess all of us have kind of sacrificed everything to play music and go to shows. Like, from when I was 13, the first show I saw was the Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was 13, and that like changed everything. I wanted to try and do that, and I don't know, everything, I guess. Yeah. Right? I mean,
yeah. For me, it was like the first thing that I ever had that felt like I was able to express or like put out a certain feeling. You know, I can't fucking paint or do shit like that. So it's like the first time, like even like being young and first starting out, I started out like playing orchestra and stuff like that. But I was just like, you know, being a part of a group of people and making something out of nothing that you're all like a part of just means a lot to me. And I'm happy to see like on these shows it's starting to mean more to other people as well. So I've been really stoked on it.
Yeah, same thing. It's just like it's kind of the only thing we're kind of good at or kind of know how to do. So it means, yeah, probably everything. Like it's the only thing like we were able to do and like formed like a good thing going. So yeah.
Well, well, to me, I attribute music to like certain. I think it enhances your memory, because if I hear a certain album, it like brings me back to a certain time. So that means a lot to me. It's like I have a pretty bad memory, but if I hear like a certain song or album, it's just there. Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And one more thing. Yeah. It brings people together. Like, no, really though. Like, we play shows in our when we play shows in our hometown, it's like a crazy, weird high school reunion. We see kids that we haven't seen in like 5 years, and we're like, oh my gosh, like. So I don't know. I think that is definitely one of the coolest things. It brings people you would never really hang out with, like together, and everyone's having a good time. So I think that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. All really great answers. So the last question I've got is, after this tour wraps up, which I believe it's on the last date tonight, what are the future plans for the band in terms of any new releases, tours, music videos, anything you want to let fans know about?
Yeah, we don't have any like specific tours lined up or anything, but we're gonna go like a couple days after we get home tomorrow. We're gonna finish the CD, put all like the final touches on that, and then release that. We're playing this thing called the Summer Ends Festival in Arizona with Taking Back Sunday, The Replacements, The Descendants. Yeah, we have a really good day because it's 3 days and we're playing that day. September 27th. So we have like a few like one-off type shows, and then, I mean, hopefully October, Iration. Yeah, we're playing with Iration. A few dates in Arizona. So yeah, we have a few one-off shows, and hopefully, I mean, the doors will open after this tour to get on many more. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping at least.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here. I really appreciate it.
Chasing me and you, we're dancing under pretty lights, disappearing into the night with you. I just wanna stare up at the sun and watch it melt away.